Hey everybody, what's going on? Ted here, Monday, February 1st, 2021. So, I've been telling you guys for a couple weeks to pay attention to the UK and these other countries that are locking down because generally we've been following right along with that pattern. And here you have Biden's health advisor warns virus variants could cause future lockdowns. So, a top health advisor to President Joe Biden warned Sunday that a new variant of the coronavirus circulating in the UK will likely become the dominant strain in the US and may lead to future restrictions on in person gatherings. Michael Osterholm, director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, said on NBC's Meet the Press that the nation's healthcare system must prepare for a surge in serious cases such as the one experienced recently in England. What we have to do now is also anticipate this and understand that we are going to have to change quickly, said Osterholm, who's a member of Biden's COVID 19 advisory board. As fast as we're opening restaurants, we're likely to be closing them in the near future. So, as people have been going around becoming complacent, feeling as though, oh, maybe everybody will be vaccinated by summer, it's looking like that's not going to be the case, and we are probably going to be dealing with future lockdowns. If not lockdowns, at least stricter rules on gatherings, social distancing. So if you haven't started preparing now, this is coming from the mainstream now. They're telling you there's probably going to be future lockdowns because of the variants, the mutations. So if you haven't begun prepping by now, you need to go and start and get you some essentials. If you have been prepping, you need to go harder because you got a little bit of time left. According to the timeline, maybe next week, something like that. We'll probably start hearing more about this. Maybe even a lockdown by then somewhere. But go now while you still got time. Hopefully, you have the financial ability to go out and do it. I know a lot of people still waiting on that $600 check. And they supposedly said when this was all done, that was going to be priority, getting everybody their money. But some people are still waiting on the first one. So I'm thinking that we're not their priority, and you need to start thinking about yourself. And you need to become more self-sufficient and stop relying on them. So if you have the ability, you need to go out and go ahead and prep some things. Because they're telling you on their mainstream media that they own future lockdowns because of the mutations. And here's another article just backing that up. A chilling trend, longer, deadlier pandemic. Mutated versions of the coronavirus threaten to prolong the pandemic, perhaps for years, killing more people and deepening the global economic crisis in the process. The big picture, the US and the world are in a race to control the virus before these variants can gain bigger foothold. But many experts say they already expect things to get worse before they get better. And that also means an end to the pandemic may be getting further away. It may take 4 to 5 years before we finally see the end of the pandemic and the start of a post-COVID normal. So, what you see going on, and those future lockdowns that last article told us about, this is pretty much normal. This is what you should plan on seeing for the foreseeable future, at least the next couple years. And if there are future lockdowns, it's certainly going to affect the supply chain. So, like I just said, get out there, start preparing if you haven't already. You can spend money on these kits. Those kits are quite expensive. Or you can go to the store, get canned goods that last long term. You can get rice. You can get some Mylar bags. I've heard a lot of people online lately talking bad about Mylar bags, but those people are usually peddling something and they want you to buy one of these food kits, these emergency food buckets. You're going to save yourself a lot of money and be able to stockpile even more if you just go get the essentials and learn how to store them for yourself long term. But you definitely see through the articles I'm bringing you And I've been warning you for a couple weeks now. People are becoming complacent. They think that this vaccine is going to be the fix when we don't even know if the vaccine works. Remember, they cut the red tape. You're the guinea pig. We don't even know if that's going to work. And now we have these mutations. And the media telling you get ready for future lockdowns because of those mutations. So if you haven't heard about the short squeeze from the Wall Street Bets page on Reddit, which Reddit had a page called Wall Street Bets, and all these people got together, and banks and hedge funds had shorted certain stocks, and this group got together supposedly and bought all those stocks to stop them shorts from taking place, which means they made a lot of money and the hedge funds lost a lot of money. The hedge funds made a bet that these stocks would fall to a certain price by a certain date, and these people went out and made a concerted effort to make sure that didn't happen. And that's what I'm sure you've had to have heard at least a little bit about it. But now they're going after silver. And that's awesome to me. And if you've been listening to me, that should be awesome to you too, because this is part of your preps. This would become a barter tool in the SHTF, precious metals. Cash will be good at first for a little bit until people realize that it's nothing, but precious metals is always going to be seen as valuable. And now they're going after silver. Silver jumps 9%, the most in 11 years, as the Reddit traders try their squeeze play in the metals. The sharp move higher builds off gains for silver and silver-related equities late last week. The spike in demand for silver appears to be related to retail traders in the Reddit forum Wall Street Bets, which has helped drive trading activity in heavily shorted stocks like GameStop and AMC Entertainment in recent weeks. So, I hope that this is real, but I worry that this is a trap. And you have somebody out there that's a big wig or like a BlackRock or something, and they're manipulating it on both sides of the fence right now, making money all the way up, making money all the way down. And they want to boost it up and get a lot of the normal people, the retail investors who they're blaming for this, that probably, I'm sure there are some in there. It takes a lot of money to move the market. I find it hard to believe that they got all these people on the same page with enough money to move the market. It makes me believe maybe there's somebody big behind the scenes doing this to get it all built up, build up fear of missing out or FOMO, have regular Joe wanting to jump in as this Reddit page is telling them to do. Oh, jump into this one. And then they pull the carpet out while you're asleep at night. You wake up in the morning and you lost it all. And they still make money because they're the ones that were shorting it. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's true, because we need nothing more than to do away with the Federal Reserve. And we need to, if you're going to have a stock market, it has to be fixed. It can't be manipulated like this. So basically, I don't think you can have it. I think it needs to go blockchain, which, by the way, I always talk about cryptocurrencies, and this Reddit group also went after a couple cryptocurrencies, boosted them way higher. So like I said, at first, the dollar will be king in any SHTF situation. Precious metals will always be seen as valuable. But if it doesn't collapse, and if it does collapse and comes back, cryptos are a way of building your wealth for the future, because they're going to be here for a while. And you can buy a penny worth of them. You don't have to buy thousands of dollars. You don't have to buy a full Bitcoin. You can buy 1 penny worth of Bitcoin. So, go out, start prepping. If you haven't already, this is the time to go hard, because they're warning you. This Reddit thing could cause the market to collapse, which is another reason. That's one of the main things I started prepping for, an economic collapse. That's the most eminent one, if you ask my opinion, because they've been lying for so long about all of this. They've lied about the numbers for years and years, and now they're just blaming the coronavirus for our economic woes. So anyway, with this going on, you don't know what's going to happen, but they're telling you the lockdowns are coming. The economy could crash, so what good is your $600 check going to do you if it costs $600 for a loaf of bread? You're certainly not going to pay your mortgage, right? Anyway, go out, start getting ready. Get the Mylar bags, get the essentials, save yourself some money. Or, if you got the money, instantaneous gratification, get some of the emergency food buckets or kits or whatever. Either way, don't be scared, be prepared. Go out, get ready. It's coming. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Let me get a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Thank you for listening. Be safe.